Hey guys, Misty here, and I thought today I would show you just a really quick tutorial on how to use pitch bend for sound design. I know if you're like me, you get to a certain spot in the song and things get boring and you need something to change, and a lot of times what I'll do is try to find another preset. And so every once in a while I try to use something outside of the box to change up the sound without having to resort to that. So today I'm just going to show you a really simple trick to use pitch bend where you can just kind of change the DNA of the sound on the fly. So first of all, let me show you here. I'm going to show you in Serum how we're going to do this. And first of all, before we even talk about this pitch bend deal, understand that you can do this in any synth. You just need to find out where your pitch bend controls are. Down here, for me in Serum, this bottom left-hand corner lets me set how far the extreme is going to be for that pitch bend wheel. So for instance, Serum's pitch bend wheel will let me go up to 24 semitones in either direction, which gives me some pretty cool drastic effects. So first of all, before I show you the trick, let me show you kind of what's going on in this song. Let's just hear what I have so far. There, I need something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Serum sound, this little synth here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to automate the pitch bend wheel. You can see here, just by setting it to -24 both ways, I've got some pretty drastic ranges there that I can play with. So now there are different ways to do this. You can bind this to a controller if you want to and use a dial. I'm just going to use the pencil, old school. So I'm just going to double click on the MIDI clip here where that note lives that I want to automate the pitch on. In fact, before we do that, let's duplicate that because I want to have it change right there at that spot. So let's leave these normal and let's jack with this one. Right there. All right, cool. So again, I've already gone into my pitch bend wheel, and that's part of this trick is go ahead and set your pitch bend for as drastically far apart as you can. With Serum, we have the advantage of separating it by 24 and 24. So now that I've done that, I'm going to double click on my MIDI clip here, and when you do that, you can see in the bottom here, if you don't have this little E lit up, this little guy, go ahead and click on it, and you're going to notice that you have your envelope control here. It should default to pitch bend being the first one. I can see this second pull down window here shows me these controls, and this first one here is pitch bend. So that's what we're going to use. Then I'm going to go up to my pencil tool here, and you can see I've got my MIDI note here, and I have a very faint orange line which kind of shows me the middle here. And you guys have probably figured this out, but automation in Ableton, if I just click on my trackpad here and draw, I'm going to get a really janky line. That's just normal automation. If I want a smoother line, I can hold down the Option key or Alt, and I can get a smooth line. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to draw, even without even knowing how it's going to sound, I'm going to draw random pitch changes. And I'm going to make some of them extreme. And again, I'm just randomly doing this. And it's going to give us just something kind of crazy. So let's go back now and hear what we got. Let's hear the normal one first, and then we'll hear what we did to the pitch. Let's hear it in context here. A little quirky synth, and if I don't like that, I could go back and draw over it. If I want to kind of really tame some of these regions, or if I have a certain pitch jump that I didn't really like, I could go back and do it over. This time I'm going to go all the way out here, finish the note, and now let's listen to what we got. Here it comes. That might be a little bit too janky for me. Janky apparently is the word of the day. I'm gonna go back and maybe let's try one more pass at it. And again, it's kind of like when you're baking something and you kind of have to like season it to taste. This is very similar. It just depends on what you're wanting. I wasn't getting enough of that high extreme there on that one. So let's draw it again. And again, there are different ways you could do this. I'm just doing it with a pencil because it's faster and it's there and ready to go. So I don't like how that first one kind of jumped up there. Whoop. Let's fix that. Make that a little bit less weird. Whoop. Cool. Let's see what we got from the top. Back at it. Here we go. Now we just need a bass line under it. So that's it. It's all I wanted to show you. Just a really quick little trick there. And again, you can use it with any synth, but it's better if you find one that has a really drastic pitch bend range. And then all I did was I automated the pitch wheel. In fact, we can even go in and look at it here and watch it move around here. All we're doing, really easy trick. And it makes it sound like a crazy, weird preset when in fact all we're doing is moving the pitch bend wheel. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it and see you later.